You all like my last video so much. Thank you, I appreciate that. So let me tell you some more. Let me tell you about my childhood. Let me tell you about how I grew up, where I came from, what I did before I did YouTube. Well, I played Tibia. Best fucking game. And boy, do I have some stories. There's some things I didn't say in my last video because I just thought it was too much. Too much to share. You're just gonna judge me completely for the rest of my life. So I wanted to tell you about the worst thing I've ever done to someone, which was through this game Tibia. Because this game, you could fuck around with. It's like an MMO with no restrictions. Not like nowadays you play, I don't know, League and you get banned for toxic behavior. Why don't you grow some balls? How about that? What is gonna happen to our future generation with these pussy-ass games? Alright, Tibia, you can do whatever the fuck you wanted. Alright? The only ways you could get banned if you were cheating, actually, if you were caught cheating, or if you killed too many people at once, okay? Which was really fucking cool, by the way, because there was this one spell called Ultimate Explosion, and if you really got really pissed, you hit that button, the whole screen fucking explode, everyone dies, and you get insta-banned, and you're like, sunglasses just comes down, and you're like, fuck yeah. And then you cry because you got banned, but whatever. Tibia is the kind of game that doesn't explain shit to you, but somehow people manage by just fine, okay? We don't need hand-holding. When you start playing, you start off in Rookgard, which is this newbie island, what it's called, and you start killing rats. If you know what you're doing, it shouldn't take more than a couple hours to get out of Rookgard. Because once you get to level 8, you get to talk to the Oracle, and you get to decide what class you want to be, and you get to the mainland, where most of the action is. You know, you don't want to stay in Rookgard. You want to get the fuck out as soon as possible. Now, it should only take you a few hours to get out of Rookgard. For me, the very first time, it took 3 fucking weeks. The game doesn't explain shit, okay? It's so fucking confusing. You start killing rats with your fist and you're like, I don't think this is it. You get trapped by fucking rats in this fucking cage and you're like, God damn it, this is so humiliating. And then when you die in the game, you lose a level, so it just brings in even more fucking time, okay? And there were holes. There were these fucking holes in the games where you go down to find creatures or whatever. Now everyone just wants to get the fuck out of Rookgard as soon as possible. So you really just fight for finding the spawns, okay? The monsters. You want to kill as many as possible. You don't want other people to get the experience. So you go down these fucking holes, and there's always a ladder so you can get back up. Well, if you go a little too far or in the wrong fucking hole, there's no ladder! And you're like, what the hell? What do I do? How am I supposed to get up? And you start yelling, because you can yell in the game, like, help! I'm stuck! There's no audio in the game, but if you hit this button, it might show a text for someone who's nearby, outside the screen. Now, people would see it, and they would come down, and they're like, well, shit. Now we're both stuck down here. So I would tell my friend to start a new character, buy a rope. You needed a rope for some fucking reason, by this very specific guy, for 50 gold, which was a lot of money. So your friend had to get the rope, find the specific spot that you were in, and rope you up. That's how you got out. Now, when we discovered this, we're like, well, clearly, 50 gold, that's a lot of money. I think we can make some money back on this. So we would trick people to go down the same hole, and then we would go down with them, and they would be like, shit, I can't get up, can you help me? And then I will just be like, blip, 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 going up and down, like, oh, there's a problem here? Oh, I would love to help you, but you know, ropes are expensive. They're like, okay, 50G if you rope me up. I'm like, okay, I will accept your money. And your helmet. Then they're like, no, I'm not gonna pay you, it's 50G, okay? I know the rope. And I'm like, well, it's either that or you're gonna be fucking stuck here. And now, you know what? I want your armor too. I know you have one. Oh, it's so funny. So we would keep tricking people to go in. Now this isn't that bad. It was just a fun thing to do. Fun thing out of many things you can do in the game to fuck people over. There was a lot of stuff you can do to fuck around with people in Tibia. For example, if you wanted to trade an item with someone, let's say a giant sword. That's a really expensive item in the game. I don't remember, maybe like 25k. But what's funny about the giant sword, it looks very similar to a two-handed sword. Which isn't worth shit, alright? So what you would do is you find someone that wants to buy a giant sword, and you would trade them the giant sword, and they would trade in the gold, and right before you click accept, you cancel, and then you write, oops, sorry, trade me again, and then you trade in, but this time, the two-handed sword, and you click OK, they click OK without looking because they look so similar, and BAM! You got yourself 25k and you pissed someone off. In the process. That was the thing about Tibia. If you were higher level than someone, they were your bitch. But anyone higher level than you were their bitch. But there was also the constant fear and terror and paranoia that you would fuck with someone lower level that had a friend. Because everyone had a fucking high level friend, okay? And it was the worst thing. But there was one thing that happened. That was probably too far. Probably we took it a little too far on that one. Now let me tell you what it is, okay? It's the worst thing I've ever done to someone. Okay, here we go. Since Tibia was so popular in Sweden where I grew up, people would ride on like eBay, the Swedish eBay, to buy specific items for real money. So I found someone that was interested in buying an item that I had, and I thought, well, that's kind of funny. I'll accept that trade. Hey, I'll take real money. So I would tell him to meet me up at a net cafe because we lived in the same city, and to make this trade. But the thing was that we had installed a keylogger on the computer, which basically mean we could get his password and log in. So we would meet him up, and the guy was fucking old. Like, he was way older than me. He was probably 18, and I'm like, what? Jesus Christ, there's no way I can go through with this. It's gonna fucking kill me. I just went through with the trade because I didn't want to fucking die. So I got my money, he got his item, and then we were off our merry way. But then I realized I still had his login. It was right, you know, it was right there. It would be like, it would be theft not to take it, okay? I log in and I send my item back. So basically, this is like theft, pretty much. I assume this is like robbery. I took my item back. But the thing was, like, my friends were with me. We didn't just take back our item. We took all his items. And you think I might be done, okay? You may think I crippled this guy enough. And if you're watching the guy that we did this to, I am sorry, okay? I don't know what was wrong with me. But we thought it would be funny to kill his character so he would go back to Rookguard, the newbie level. But we killed him an ungodly amount of times. Till he got to level 8, and he was sent back to Rookguard, the newbie island, with no items and no dignity. It's like if you wanted to kill someone, you wouldn't just kill them. You would cut off their limbs and cut off their balls and send them into the fucking ocean. That's pretty much what we did to this guy's character. I can't even imagine just having this character that you worked so hard on and then logging in one day and you're back in Newbie Island. You know, I still got nightmares, okay? I realized this was a pretty terrible thing to do, and I apologize, okay? If you're watching now, I am sorry. But it was really funny at the time. Everyone was pretty much an asshole for playing this game. I mean, there were some white knights, quite literally, as well, but I think anyone who had fun with this game was an asshole in this game. So yeah, that's some more Tibia stories for you. It's the game that I grew up with in my childhood. I was really entertained by reading what you guys' childhood games were as well. So leave a comment and leave a like if you want more stories like these. I really enjoy making them. And as always, stay awesome, bros. Please don't judge me too much, okay? Listen, I was young. I didn't know any better.